Hello, everybody. Hunter Biggs here, back with a review. Everybody here with the next review for Halloween / Short with everybody. Now, first of all, everybody, apologies there for the minor absence, everybody. Um, I was absent there for a little bit there, you know, yeah, the vacation there, during the last little bit there, the last week there, and a bit busy with outside YouTube stuff there, but now I'm back, everybody. We're gonna get back to the sweet things for Halloween / Short with everybody. Apologies for hiccups and burps, everybody. I'll check the control here for the review. But anyways, everybody, for today's review, everybody, for Halloween / Horror with everybody, I'll be taking a look at the latest film, the Ghostbusters franchise, that'd be Ghostbusters Afterlife. Now, everyone, I did review the first three previous Ghostbuster films, everybody, back in 2017 when I did my first Halloween / Horror but there. But it's a very brief rundown of my thoughts on those films, everybody. First Ghostbusters film, fantastic film. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, definitely a strong contender for my favorite movies. Period. There, and it's still up there pretty high on my favorite movies to review. I reviewed for during Halloween / Short, but there. Second movie, that was still a good film, but it did repeat a lot of the first movie there. So that's something that happened in the first Ghostbusters film. So. And Ghostbusters 2016, while I don't hate the movie there like some other individuals do there, I do think it is the weakest film in the Ghostbusters franchise there. And it really didn't do much to, reinvigorate the Ghostbusters franchise there, in my opinion. Again, everyone, sorry for burping everybody hiccups there. I'll check out the control here. But anyways, everyone, I was curious to see Ghostbusters Afterlife, everybody. Now, I probably wouldn't see it last year, but you all know it came out November last year there. Well, I thought it was a little weird that Sony did release it during October time period there, October time last year there. So I decided to save it for review for this year's Halloween / Horror month there. So, and I've heard relatively positive things about Ghostbusters Afterlife there. Plus, it was directed by the first Ghostbusters film there. So, I was curious to see how Ghostbusters Afterlife was going to turn out there. Although everyone, just a quick heads up, everybody. I was also made aware that that Ghostbusters Afterlife there, per sequel to the first movie there, but completely ignores the events of Ghostbusters 2 there. So it's one of those sequels that take place after a long period of time of the events of the first movie. So, but nevertheless, everybody, I had a chance to recently watch Ghostbusters Afterlife. Everybody, I'm ready to do my review for you all. So, without further ado, let's go get right to everybody. As usual, be over pros and cons. Sorry, my brief part. Be over plot summary, pros and cons, and overall thoughts and recommendations, everybody. First off, plot summary, everybody. Film focuses on a family, everybody. One named Cassie there, and her two kids, Trevor and Phoebe, and moving into a small town there after they were evicted from their home there. So they end up adjusting to new life there, and they found out they end up inheriting Cassie's dad's farm there. So they end up adjusting to a new life there. But eventually they discover that Cassie was a Ghostbuster there, that being Egon for the first filler by. He did end up dying at the very beginning of the film there. So, but nevertheless, the grandkids end up learn more about the Ghostbusters there, stuff like that. Along with their local teacher at summer school there. But they also discovered that the ghosts are coming back there, and the enemy for the first Ghostbusters film, Gozar, is trying to return there. So they pretty much to step up, be the next generation of Ghostbusters there, and try to stop Gozar from making the return. That's pretty much the plot summary for Ghostbusters Afterlife, everybody. Now to the pros and cons of the film, everybody. So after seeing the movie, everybody, what are my overall thoughts on it there? Did it turn out to be a enjoyable sequel of the first Ghostbusters film, one? Well, everyone, I am happy to say that I had a lot of fun watching Ghostbusters Afterlife there. While there are some criticisms I will get to, everybody, I thought it was a pretty enjoyable film there, a pretty good sequel to the first Ghostbusters film. Sorry, what for? I gave for burp one. Anyways, well, the first thing, everybody, I'll give praise to everybody. The movie, I appreciate the movie taking things a bit of a different direction compared to the other Ghostbusters film there, as that was my, I call it some of the biggest criticism I had for Ghostbusters 2 and 2016 Ghostbusters film there, as I felt like those movies kind of repeat a lot what the first film did there. They kind of took things a little bit of a different direction there, kind of made things a bit of a smaller scale there. While there are still elements of what made the first Ghostbusters movie enjoyable there, I felt like they had enough different things into this movie there, where I felt like it worked out pretty well. Another thing I really enjoyed about the movie, is that I thought the movie did a pretty good job taking time with its story there, as this movie is a bit slower paced compared to some of the other Ghostbusters films, everybody. I feel for the most part, it does a pretty good job there, so we get time to get to know the characters there, and see them develop there, and stuff like that, and have the audience have a bit of a connection with the characters there. As we watch everybody, I really enjoyed a lot of the characters, everybody, for the returning characters there for the first Ghostbusters film. And the new cast, everybody felt pretty enjoyable as well there. With probably my two favorites being Phoebe and Podcast there. I like their arcs there. They're pretty entertaining characters there. And I thought the two have pretty good chemistry there. So I thought the movie also did a pretty good job with the special effects, everybody. As well, the effects for Ghostbusters was good for its time there. They have, they aren't as good as the effects we got now today there. I thought we did a very good job. Give an upgrade for the special effects there with the different things that happen in the Ghostbusters franchise or whatnot for the tech and the weapons there they use and whatnot there. So yeah, that made the action scenes very exciting to see there and stuff like that. So yeah. And the last thing I really enjoyed about the film, everybody, I thought was really nice, is that they did have a tribute for the actor who played Egon there. You'll know he passed away a very long time ago there, and there were plans of a Ghostbusters 3 development there and stuff like that, but due to his passing there, they decided to cancel the project there. Out of respect for him is there and stuff like that, But the movie did a good job, honoring his memory there and stuff like that. And that was a very nice thing that they did in the film there, so yeah. That's pretty much it for the positives, everybody. Out to pros, out to something cons, something criticism, everybody. Everybody, don't have a whole lot of criticisms for Ghostbusters Afterlife there, but while I do think the film did a lot of great things there, if you were to ask me if I thought it was on par with the first Ghostbusters film there, I still think the first Ghostbusters movie as a whole was still overall better film there. Now, the first one, everybody, that I do remember seeing some people's criticism there about some, I guess callbacks. Some people have an issue with some of the callbacks there. By, for the most part, really didn't have too much of an issue with some of the callbacks there. By, but there were some that was a little awkward there, like the prison scene there, where Phoebe, you know, as for call there was a who you got call thing happening there. And that was there were some couple callbacks like that. There was a little bit much there, so the next cruiser by is I not over the most. Like I said, for the most part, the film's pacing was done relatively well there. By everything's a bit slower pace compared to some of the other Ghostbusters films. There were some parts where it did kind of drag on there. So I mean, it does take a while for the new generation Ghostbusters there to capture their first ghost there. I believe it's sometime like an hour in before they capture their first ghost there. So I felt like they could have done that a little bit faster pace there. So yeah. My only other criticism everybody for Ghostbusters Afterlife everybody is a little bit of criticism towards Trevor and Lucky's characters there. Well, his characters I found them pretty enjoyable there, but I felt like out of the new cast of characters there, they probably contributed the least to the overall story there. I mean, they had their own subplot going on there. Yeah, well, it was a decent subplot there. In terms of their contribution to the main story there, they kind of factored in the least there. Yeah, it would be nice to see them kind of as some more directions there and whatnot. Kind of have their roles, a little bit more significant roles there into the overall main story of the movie there. So yeah. Aside from everybody, that's pretty much it for the criticisms, everybody, for Ghostbusters Afterlife, everybody. Now to my overall thoughts and recommendations, everybody. So here we go. So everybody, well, it's not as good as the first Ghostbusters film there. Overall, Ghostbusters Afterlife there, pretty good. It's a pretty good sequel there. Definitely, in my opinion, the second strongest film of the franchise there. I thought it did a pretty good job, you know, bringing back the Ghostbusters for more modern audience there. So that find a good balance there. For find a good balance there to make a enjoyable film for the fans there, but also make it a film for newcomers of the franchise there. Getting into Ghostbusters, stuff like that there. Now I don't know for sure what's gonna be happening with Ghostbusters here after Ghostbusters Afterlife there. Don't know if we'll get another Ghostbusters movie after this survive, but for what we got there, Ghostbusters Afterlife was a pretty enjoyable film there. And it was a pretty good follow up to the first Ghostbusters film there. I had a pretty fun time watching it. So for my overall final recommendation by Ghostbusters Afterlife there, will be getting a watch it rate for me there. So if you're someone who really enjoyed the first Ghostbusters film but haven't seen Afterlife yet there, I recommend you do so there. It's a pretty good follow-up to the sequel there. Well, like I said, it does retcon and ignore the events of the second movie there, stuff like that, So, for fans of Ghostbusters 2 there, you might be a little disappointed there. But, aside from that there, I think older fans of the franchise as well as regular moviegoers there will have a pretty fun time with Ghostbusters Afterlife there, so yeah. Well, that pretty much wrapped up things up for my review for Ghostbusters Afterlife, everybody. That'll conclude this review for Halloween Such Rumble, everybody. Thanks, everybody. I will be doing my next series review, everybody. As I will be reviewing the second half of Season 2 for Owl House, everybody. So, make sure y'all see for that. But until then, I'll write things up for now. If you all saw here, make sure make sure you hit the like button, new channel, subscribe to the notification icon so it uploads. I will see you next time. Till this is our big say. Peace.